Hello everybody and welcome to my German language course. In my last lesson you already got to know the principle on how to decline the adjectives in German. So now that you are familiar with the principle, I will now show you the endings for the indefinite articles and follow them up by some examples. So here are the endings, and as you can see, they are easy to memorize because they are the same like the ones for the definite articles, except for those three ones here. So basically you just have to memorize that these three ones are different. So let's try this out on some example. Here you have the sentence, a big dog likes a big child. How would you translate it to German? First you have to start by looking for the subject of this sentence. Which one is the subject? A big dog is the subject, and so he's in the nominative case. Dog means Hund in German and is masculine. So the indefinite article for big dog has to be ein. The sentence therefore starts like this: Ein Großhund mag. And mag means likes in German. So do you remember the adjective ending that belongs to the indefinite article ein? It was er. So let's add it to the adjective. Now we have the correct start of the sentence. It starts like this: Ein großer Hund mag. Now you learned from my previous lessons that after the verb like in German follows the accusative case. So you know that the big child, I mean in this case a big child, is in the accusative case, right? So child in German means Kind and its gender is neuter, so you should be able to tell which indefinite article the big child has in German. Which one is it? It is ein, and the sentence therefore continues like this: Ein Großkind. And as you can see here again, the ending of the adjective is missing. The adjective here is just in its basic form. So do you remember the adjective ending that belongs to this indefinite article here? It was es. So let's add it to the adjective. Now the whole sentence reads correctly: Ein großer Hund mag ein großes Kind. Let's try another one. A big dog plays with a big child. Like in the last sentence, here again the big dog is the subject of the sentence and therefore in the nominative case. And the sentence therefore starts the same way like the last one, with ein Großhund. Do you remember the adjective ending for the indefinite article in the nominative case? It was er. So the sentence starts correctly like this: Ein großer Hund. And spielt means plays in German and is the conjugated form of the verb spielen. It's a regular verb. And with means in German mit. And as you learned in my lesson about German prepositions, after the preposition with, meaning mit, always follows the dative case. So this means that the big child is now in the dative case. So what is the indefinite article for the big child now? Do you know it? It is einem. So in this case, the sentence continues like this: einem Großkind. And do you remember the adjective ending for this indefinite article? It was en. So let's add it to complete the adjective. The whole sentence now reads correctly: Ein großer Hund spielt mit einem großen Kind. Now, what about this sentence? A big child likes a big dog. In this case, the big child is the subject of the sentence, right? So therefore the big child is now in the nominative case. And as you remember, the gender of child is neuter, so the indefinite article for the big child now is ein. So the sentence starts like this: Ein Großkind mag. So do you remember the adjective ending for this indefinite article here? It was es. The sentence therefore starts like this: Ein großes Kind mag. Now, as you know, after the verb likes follows in German the accusative case, which means that the big dog is now in the accusative case. And as you remember, the big dog is masculine in German, so the indefinite article for the big dog now is einen. The sentence therefore continues with einen Großhund. Do you remember the adjective ending for this indefinite article? It was en. So the correct sentence therefore is ein großes Kind mag einen großen Hund. What about this sentence now? A big child plays with a big dog. In this case, the big child again is the subject of the sentence, and therefore in the nominative case, and so this sentence starts the same way like the last one, like this: Ein groß Kind, and plays means spielt, and with means mit. Now, do you remember the adjective ending for this indefinite article here? It was es. So the sentence starts correctly like this: Ein großes Kind spielt mit. Now you know that after the preposition mit, which means with, follows in German the dative case. So the big dog is now in the dative case. And as you remember, dog is masculine in German. So what's the indefinite article for big dog now? Einem. The sentence therefore continues like this: Einem Großhund. Do you remember the ending for this indefinite article? En. The whole complete sentence therefore reads like this: Ein großes Kind spielt mit einem großen Hund. Now one last example. A big dog likes the big cat of a big child. Which one is the subject of the sentence? The big dog, therefore he's in the nominative case. And you know he's masculine, so his indefinite article is ein. And the sentence therefore starts like this: Ein Großhund mag. And if you remember the ending, it was er. So the sentence starts like this: Ein großer Hund mag. After the verb like follows in German the accusative case, so the big cat is in the accusative case. Cat means Katze in German and is feminine. So here we have the definite article in English. So we now need to look for the definite article in German. Which one is it? Die. The sentence therefore continues like this: Die Großkatze. Now, do you remember the ending for adjectives that follow after this definite article? The ending was e. The sentence therefore continues with Die große Katze. Now, what about the rest of the sentence of a big child? The big child is now the possessor of the cat, right? So this means that the big child is now in the genitive case. Remember that the big child was neuter. So in the genitive case, the indefinite article for the big child is now eines. The sentence therefore continues with eines Großkindes. And why do I say Kindes? Because in the genitive case, neuter nouns and masculine nouns get an additional es or an additional s, as you remember in my lesson about the genitive case. But anyway, this is how the sentence continues. And now we need to put the ending of the adjective behind the basic form. Do you remember the adjective ending for this indefinite article? It was en. So the correct sentence now is: Ein großer Hund mag die große Katze eines großen Kindes. I hope this was helpful for you, and see you in the next video. Bye!